Welcome to the first ClaireaBella podcast. This is the She Said podcast. I'm Leah and this is Claire. We thought we'd introduce a new podcast to ClaireaBella, seeing as we used to do a lot of things in the past, didn't we? But we've not really done a lot of that for a while. So we thought it was time to bring back something new for you all. But I'll let Claire talk about the brand. Obviously, Claire's the founder, so she knows everything and anything about the brand.
So obviously the brand was started predominantly because I wanted something with me every day to remind me of the person that I was when I was not working and not being a mum. And that's been the roots of the brand ever since. People relate to it because it's their character, it's what they celebrate about themselves, the things that they love about them. So the backstory, a lot of you will already know, and it's out there on Google if you want to know the full thing. But we've created this podcast because Leah and I used to do lives. We used to have a giggle. Everybody within the brand and the community have always loved having a gab with me, just about day-to-day stuff, not just about the character. So Leah and I thought, right, let's do this. So we'll talk about trending topics. We'll talk about anything you want, really. My time on the traitors, kids, stress, life, all of the things that invoke us all as a community and that we chat about anyway on social media in our posts. So yeah, we thought this would be a really good platform to do it, to get you all involved in the stuff that when Leah and I are having meetings on a day anyway, we'll be like, oh my God, I'm sick of this or I'm sick of that. Yeah. So we thought, why not bring that to everybody else, because we are one big family. So that is what this is about for us. We'll create a topic. I'll go right off topic like I am now.
We always do. We always have.
We always do. But that's what makes it real. That's what makes it fun. And that's what brings the community together. So welcome to She Said, and get involved. It'll be a ride.
I know. Whenever I think about any of that, the lives that we've done in the past, the one that always sticks in my mind is when we did that quiz one. And it was a quiz that we did on live and everyone was getting involved, writing in the comments and things like that. And for some reason, both of us ended up giving answers away during the quiz, even though it was like to win like a big prize, wasn't it, at the time?
Yeah.
And we kept on giving the answers away and we're like, we need to stop doing these because we can't stop doing it.
We could never host a game show. We were like just giving away all the answers, and then in the end it just turned out me and you on a live in fits of hysteria at each other, not being able to even read the questions out, and everybody being like, well, we know all the answers practically now anyway because you've said them all, and I'm trying to give you clues like,
yeah,
but we're on a live, it's like people can see what clues I'm giving you. Yeah, it was carnage, but that's what makes it fun.
And then we did the one where you came into the offices. Do you remember? We did the higher or lower, and you just kept on giving it. You were like this, pointing on the camera. I was like, that is not the point of this game. We need people to be guessing, and you were giving it completely away.
Yeah, got a lot of fun for it, really. So yeah, that I think this will be a lot of that, but just chatting, really, just around things that interest you guys and that me and Leah chat about anyway when we're having meetings about certain things. So we thought it'd be a really fun thing to do to get everybody involved in. And yeah, I think as mum, women, boys I don't know, I think we all like to hear people just rant, and I can rant.
Yeah, I think as well because we like voice note a lot of like to each other, don't we? And sometimes it can just be we'll start off on one point and it'll end up being like a 4-minute long voice note, and we've gone on to everything that we've like not spoken to each other about for ages. So I think having a podcast like that where we can have a conversation with each other, but we can also get people involved in it as well and have a bit of a chat. We'd love to get like questions that we can do like a question podcast, and that'd be so fun. And just like for you guys to see a little bit of inside the brand as well, because we thought we could do things about like the social media or like that angle as well, because obviously we both do that for work. So I think taking it back a little bit and for you guys to be able to see like a little bit of the insights into the brand, I think that would be quite a nice thing for you all as well as all the chatting and talking about like, I don't know, what's on TV at the moment, or a new award show that just happened and we're looking at the fashion and whatever it is that we're going to be talking about. I think it'll just be quite a fun quite a fun podcast and quite a fun avenue to go down because, like you say, we've never done anything like this before. It might flop, it might do really, really well. We just don't know. It's just a nice thing for both of us to do, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. I love anything like this. And like you've just said, Leah, when I'll send Leah a voice note saying, Leah, you know that reel that you've sent me? Well, I can't find the sound for it. And then she'll come back and then that'll get clarified. And then 4 minutes later, I'm still on a voice note
Mhm.
talking about the kids, the dog, illnesses, this, that. And then I'll look and I'll think, I've been talking for 4 minutes. And then at the end of my voice note to you, I'll go, I'm really sorry for the podcast, Leah. Anyway, I've got what you was on about with the reel. Sorry.
Yeah, but I love it. It's like it's good, and I think if we could even just condense like all our meetings down to just do it as a podcast. I think that'd be quite good as well, to be fair. So we'll see where we get to with it all. But yeah, I think it'll be quite a good podcast to do. And one of the things we wanted to talk about, which is kind of current at the moment, is Christmas. And I hate to say it because we're in mid-September and we shouldn't really be talking about Christmas yet, but everybody seems to be talking about it already. Like any shops that you go in, even like it's not even been Halloween yet, and there's a whole Christmas aisles, and I'm like, what is happening? But I guess it's what people are wanting to buy. People are wanting to get up to date and get all organized, I guess.
It's crazy because I moved in my new house in June. So I had loads and loads of gardening to do because the garden was overrun. So I was always in shops buying gardening stuff. I needed a lawnmower, a rake, literally everything for gardening. So I was
Yeah.
going in, I was getting grass seeds. And then all of a sudden, stop. No more gardening things and just Christmas. I was
Yeah.
like, what? It is August and like the aisles were starting to put out all the Christmas things, and you go anywhere now, and it's how there is Halloween, but Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And for me as a mum, I did start in July because I have to with as many children that I have and making sure I've got everything because it's an expense. But for me as a mum, going in shops in like August, September and seeing all the Christmas stuff, I'm just like anxiety, anxiety, anxiety because it's just reminding me it's getting closer, it's getting closer. I haven't done that,
Yeah.
I haven't bought that. So yeah, it is. It's Christmas is literally everywhere now. But then I think with the way things are economically, it's a good thing in one respect because it gets people thinking, right, I need to start focusing on my budget, what I
Yeah.
need to buy, what months I can do that in. But yeah, I haven't even been on my summer holiday yet. I go at the beginning of October, and
Really?
yeah, and I'm thinking, oh, Christmas shopping, Christmas shopping. I'll do it in the airport.
Yeah. I feel like that would be so hard actually, because I think even myself, even though I'm wearing a jumper today, I'm still in that holiday mindset. Like I still want that warm weather. And I actually think they say that we're going to get a heat wave again next weekend or next week. I think they said there's going to be another heat wave, which I'm so ready for. It's mad how it like dips, isn't it? Like 1 minute it's
It's
freezing cold and the next minute it's like meant to be a heat wave again. It's mad.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I keep putting summery things away
Yeah.
and getting the raincoat out, and then I'm like, it's not raining now, it's boiling hot. The other day I did the school run in a jumper like you're wearing, tracky bottoms and my Ugg boots, because in the morning it had been awful. I'd gone to school and I was literally walking with Carter like, by the time I'd done the school run in the afternoon, because I've been working all day, I walked out in the same clothes that I walked out in the morning, and I thought I was going to die of heat exhaustion. And I'm like, I can't cope with this. So this year's the weather's
I
just,
know.
it's mad.
I know. I
But for
keep
me,
on.
I can't. Can you get in like the Christmas head until it's cold? Because I can't.
No, I agree. I feel like when it snows around Christmas, that's like ideal for me. I love when it's like proper Christmas vibes. And I think that's why I hate everything being in the shops now because I love Christmas. But then when it starts in like mid-September, I'm like, by the time Christmas comes around, I'm bored of it. I'm like, right, we need something else. Whereas if you condensed it and like it'll be an ideal world. My birthday's at the end of November as well. So I feel like I don't really think about that until my
After you,
birthday's been and gone. But then obviously everything's in shop sort of now. And then as soon as it's Christmas time, like, I literally don't care anymore because I feel like I've celebrated it for the past 3 months rather
exactly.
than just condensing it down. And I do get it because I feel like some people like to get mega organized. And a lot of people I think I've seen on our social comments, people have commented saying they've done all the shopping.
And
It's
it's
all back.
wrapped.
I'm like, what is happening? I've not even like, I've not even given Christmas any thought yet. I've not thought about what I'm going to get a single person. So the fact that somebody's done all that and is organized, that just stresses me out to the max.
Yeah. Anxiety, like, well, I haven't done that. Should I
No.
be doing it? I mean, I have started earlier this year because I thought I've got to be prepared.
Mhm.
So I've done bits and bobs, like I've got Carter's advent calendar, some of his presents, but again, like you, Carter and Bailey's birthday aren't until the
Yeah.
end of November. So I tend to, well, this year I've thought I'm prepared, but really I'm not, because what will happen at the end of November, I'll think, right, birthdays. So everything I've bought so far, I will probably end up be given for birthdays, and then I'll be
Right.
like, oh no.
Like starting from scratch all over again to get the gifts for Christmas. Yeah.
So have you not bought anything yet? Not a single thing.
Absolute like nothing. I've not even like normally I write a list and I have like a bit of a brainstorm session and like have a bit of a Google as to what I can get somebody. But this year, no, I've literally not thought about it one bit. I feel like I need to like look, like you said, look at my budget and see what I've got to spend. Because I think this year I've spent so much money this year that even thinking about how I'm going to be able to afford Christmas, it's like, oh God, like I don't know how that's going to happen. But yeah, no, not thought about it at all. I feel like it'll come to me or I'll see something. I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice. But I like thinking of really thoughtful gifts, and so I feel like putting a bit more time and energy into thinking about it. I do need to set some time aside because yeah, I've literally not even started doing that yet. Um, but yeah, I guess it's very different for me though than it is for you because obviously I just buy for like my close friends and family, whereas obviously you've got loads more people to buy for. Whereas I can get like a gift like for each person, and that's like what less than 10 gifts that I'll need to buy. Whereas I feel like yours is like times that by a few. And
A million. I
yeah.
haven't got the eldest to, so my eldest, he's going in like 5 days to Australia, so he
Oh,
emigrates. I'm
yeah.
gonna just cry and cry for about 6 weeks.
Has he
So I
planned to
don't have
come
him.
back or is he just
No,
gonna
he's gone. He's emigrating. He's off for a
oh,
better life
I
in
literally
Australia.
I feel like I'm too much of a home bird. I really don't think I could do that.
Well, he did a lot of traveling, didn't he, for months, and loved it. Came back, said that's what I want to do. So he will be dog. Excuse the dog people. Brian. But yeah, so he'll be in Australia, so I don't have to buy for him because he's going to be traveling. He's spending a lot of months traveling when he first gets there, and then he'll stick to his set place. So this year for Tom, I don't. There's no point. So then that leaves Bailey and Amelia, but I always give them money and get them things wrapped up.
Mhm.
And then there's Carter who wants that 1 minute, changes his mind the next minute, but then I've already bought that thing. So I think, right, I'll shift that to birthday,
Mhm.
give him that then. And then something else comes up. So I'm constantly buying bits, but he's then getting, and I'm just, like the other day, he said he wants a trampoline for Christmas. I'm like, no, it's not happening. Like my older
Yeah.
ones had a trampoline. Amelia smashed all her mouth on it and put her front teeth through it. And I've got no space in my garden really, unless it's a small one. And I've just
Yeah.
so yeah, so it is different. It's like I start thinking about it like June, July time. Because I think if I don't start picking things up now and just putting them away,
Mhm.
come this time, end of the year, sort of end of October, it's a struggle because I'm planning the birthdays, then Christmas. So I
Yeah.
think it's different for everybody in it. But I don't really buy for my family or friends because again, they buy for their own children or like my family, my mum, they buy for my kid or give the kids money. So I don't have that to worry about because it just would become all consuming.
Yeah. That
I
yeah.
need to remortgage.
I can literally only imagine. I think as well this year, a lot of my friends have had kids, so I feel like I'll probably just gift. I might get my friends a little something as well, but yeah, it'll be. I think it's sort of all about the kids, isn't it? Really, at Christmas time, that's what you sort of prioritize. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Even talking about this now, it's stressing me out. The thought that I need to do my shopping, and especially the fact that it's 3 paydays now until Christmas, like that. doesn't, I feel like I need 10
Did you
paydays.
did you have to say? Why did you have to say that? I mean,
I
we could have
know.
gone without saying that, but it is. It's
Yeah,
3.
honestly. Yeah. I feel like I don't even know how I'm going to cope. I might have to say to everyone, like, I might make everyone's presents this year. Or build them something instead.
Draw a picture.
Yeah. Little stick person.
Yeah, draw me a picture. Get like a £2 frame from B&M and say, "There you go.
Yeah.
It's art. That it's
Yeah.
art from the soul."
I might have to just do that because the thought of, I think online, I do most of my shopping online, to be fair. I rarely go into the shop. Um, so I feel like I can do that pretty last minute. I feel like I don't need to panic
Mm,
myself or rush. So hopefully we get it all done. But yeah, just the thought of all the shops having everything decked out. And I love Christmas decorations, and I love going into the shops and seeing like everything decked out. And you know, like when I feel like you go to like a farm shop or like a garden centre and they get
garden
all
centres, love them.
yeah. So I feel like I'll do all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I'm just not ready for the actual buying of the gift and wrapping it all and getting all that organised. But we'll get there, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. But we have to. We've only got 3 paydays. Thanks for that, Leah. I ain't
Welcome.
sleeping tonight because now in my head I'm thinking, oh right, so that's the money I need for the kids. So I'm gonna have to take that out of that month, that out of that month. So thanks for that. That's really helpful.
Sorry about that.
Okay, it's fine.
um, but yeah, that was sort of like the first introduction to the ClaireaBella She Said podcast. I actually said that the other day and I couldn't get it out. It was a real mouth, like what's the word? Like
Tongue tie, isn't it? Tongue
yeah,
tie.
yeah.
She
Like
she said, she said.
when you try and say it really fast, it just yeah. And I feel like when you say it loads of times, it doesn't actually make any sense, but it's fine. I like the name.
We
Um,
like it.
that was it for today's podcast. I feel like we're going to probably try and do one every week. I think that'll probably be the easiest way, and we'll be popping them up on hopefully Spotify, at YouTube, where we're putting them up. We obviously the videos connected, and we're putting little snippets on our socials as well. So make sure you let us know where you've watched it and where you found us. But yeah, that was it for today's podcast. Thank you all so much for watching or listening. And me and Claire will see you next week.
We will indeed. Much love. Bye for
Bye.
now.